Hey bitches. What's good? So, one day I binge watching K-pop unpopular opinion videos for the billionth time and I came across Jisoo's Chikin's video, in which she stated that she wished for a part 2 to the WINGS album. Okay sis, your wish has been granted. The plot behind the tracks of this album is mostly inspired by the BTS storyline and I will be explaining the meaning behind each of the tracks in great detail. So if you haven't watched part 1 and part 2 of my BTS storyline videos, click the link in the description so you can become woke. I will also link the BTS Save Me Webtoon below, if you'd like to read it. And of course, I'll be sure to link Jisoo's Chikin's channel and her video in the description in this video as well for credit. So now let's get into this album.
어두워져가 내 미래의 빛 지기 어린 사랑의 이른 꿈을 내 야망의 도끼 매어 칼을 갈았지 참을 수 없는 내 욕심에 칼을 무뎌져 알고 있었다.
Okay, before I announce each of the tracks I would like to explain the meaning behind the original WINGS tracks and how they contrast with the track from part 2. I will give credit to SUGA and Spice's YouTube channel in the description because I got most of my information from her. The Boy Meets Evil music video shows the chaotic evil that lives inside J-Hope, hence the intense choreography and the multicolored background. The song is about the desire to be admired and loved by many, or even to be loved by oneself, that sin is so alluring he is afraid he will lose himself within it. This song captures the moment of hesitation, before deciding to go one way or another. It depicts wound within oneself made by two opposite forces, feelings and mind, that eternal struggle of human being.
Take me to the sky.
On the other hand, I chose Piece of Peace because of the most obvious reason, the name, and how the words peace and evil easily contrast, but also because of the meaning of the lyrics. This song is about deciding your path of what you want to do with your life and being a light or an inspiration to others that are on their way to success. The meaning of blood, sweat, and tears is very multifaceted because each part of this song has a different meaning. The lyrics themselves talk about being submissive to someone else in both a seductive and controlling way. However, the music video talks about growing out of your innocence and becoming aware of the society you live in. For instance, Uni puts a blindfold on Jimin to preserve his innocence, but then when Jimin eats an apple, a forbidden fruit, the blindfold is off and he sees reality for what it is.
Take me to the sky. 그리고 모두 다 내가 만들어낸 운명이라 해도 내가 진짜인 거 이 모든 생에 내가 지러갈 적까지 뿐이라 해도 너같이 걸어줘 나같이 날아줘 하늘 끝까지 손 닿을 수 있도록 이렇게 아파도 너와 나 함께라면 웃을 수 있으니까.
The reason I chose a supplementary story, You Never Walk Alone, full-length version is because, instead of being in a submissive dominant relationship like blood, sweat, and tears, You Never Walk Alone describes a caring and loving relationship. The only thing I don't like about this track is that I feel like it was too short and that if they added at least one more verse, pre-chorus, and chorus in between the first chorus and the ending, it would have been a lot more satisfying.
The rhythms of day and night. Two different words coming from two opposite poles mingled during this time.
Begin is about thanking the people that support and motivate you to keep going through life even when things get tough. Or more specifically, it's about how, in the BTS storyline, Jungkook's only motivation in life was the 6 other boys, which is why he attempted suicide when they left after 2 years.
Take me to the sky.
For this track, I would make the lyrics about how Jungkook now knows how to take care of himself even without his friends. The genre would be something that challenges Jungkook's pop, R&B, and EDM style of music and goes for a more rock track because he has a very powerful voice that is sort of similar to 17's DK.
My parents' house made up one rhythm. This rhythm was familiar to me in almost every way. Mother and father, love and strictness, model behavior, and school.
Jimin's Lie is about lying to yourself, losing your innocence about the real world, and conforming to the realities of others. Meanwhile, the short film is about Jimin being depressed and losing his sanity because he is trapped in the hospital because of his mother.
Take me to the sky.
The song would be about standing up for yourself and accepting the reality of the world. The genre of song would also be inspired by a J-pop song like this. I would make the truth film be about Jimin standing up to his mother for his freedom and running out of the hospital with his friends like he did in Euphoria and arriving at RM's home.
It was the first fissure in the columns that had upheld my childhood, which every individual must destroy before he can become himself. Such fissure and rents grow together again, heal and are forgotten. But in the most secret recesses, they continue to live and bleed.
The song itself is about being rejected by society after committing something sinful. The Stigma short film is about V getting arrested and interrogated for killing his father and being held inside of a cell.
Take me to the sky.
Acceptance would be a funky, feel-good track that is about not caring what these people think and accepting your sins and putting them behind you. The short film would be about either V getting out of jail or how Jin or J-Hope helped to prevent V from killing his father.
There are numerous ways in which God can make us lonely and lead us back to ourselves. This was the way he dealt with me at that time.
First love is about neglecting a talent for something, but then returning back for it because you know you can't ignore it anymore. In this case, it's about SUGA's talent for piano, how he used to play it in the hideout together with Jungkook, and how he got his interest in piano from his mother.
Take me to the sky.
내 기억의 구석 한켠에 자리 잡은 갈색 피아노.
I think this track should be another piano and violin track, but, instead of a somber tone, I think a more upbeat tone, almost like how Seesaw was in Love Yourself Answer, would suit renewed love the best. The short film would be a flashback of SUGA playing piano with his mother. Then, it glitches to a scene of SUGA being scolded by his dad for being interested in piano, like his now dead mother. And then it glitches once more to a scene of him hanging out with Jungkook playing piano like they used to back in high school.
The other rhythm, however, overlapping half our house, was completely different. A loud mixture of horrendous, intriguing, frightful, mysterious things, including slaughterhouses and prisons, junkyards and screeching fishwives, calving cows, horses sinking to their death, tales of robberies, murders, and suicides.
The lyrics of Reflection have to do with struggling with your identity and learning to love yourself for who you are and about feeling insecure about your flaws. The short film is about RM trying to save V from jail by calling him with the telephone box, but the phone is chained up from the outside, restricting his access from calling V, symbolizing RM himself being in jail as well.
Take me to the sky.
Confidence would be a swaggy hip-hop track with RM talking about how he loves himself and accepts his flaws for what they are. The film would be about RM struggling to open the case, but then it unlocks and the chains fall to the floor, and then RM opens the door and he puts a coin inside of the coin slot. The video glitches and then RM is in the car with Jungkook and V and he smiles at them through the rearview mirror.
With a face that resembled her son's, timeless, ageless, and full of inner strength. The beautiful woman smiled with dignity. Her gaze was fulfillment, her greeting a homecoming. Silently, I stretched my hands out to her.
The song is about a child realizing the sacrifices of their struggling mother, which is why J-Hope's mom abandoned him, and that she doesn't have to suffer anymore because the child is an adult now. The Mama short film is about J-Hope being kept in the hospital because of his narcolepsy, where it is revealed that he actually might not have narcolepsy and that he might have been faking his illness all along. In addition, it is about how J-Hope still longs for his mother even after she abandoned him.
Take me to the sky.
Family would be a ballad track featuring J-Hope singing, because Lord knows his vocals are a blessing to the human race, as well as rapping. The lyrics would be about finding a new family when your biological one isn't around. The short film would feature static clips of J-Hope being abandoned by his mom and him crying, as well as clips of J-Hope having fun with his friends at that same amusement park, signifying that J-Hope has moved past his mother, accepts the situation for what it is, and that the 6 other boys are now his true family.
The bird fights its way out of the egg. The egg is the world. Who would be born must first destroy a world. The bird flies to God. That God's name is Abraxas.
Last but not least, Awake is about accepting your imperfections and your limits, but how you continue to try to move past them anyways. In this case, it's about Jin trying over and over again to save his friends, but he keeps on failing. However, Jin doesn't let that stop him and keeps on trying.
Take me to the sky.
Asleep would be about sacrificing yourself so the sake of other people. The film would be based on the final chapter of Save Me and how Jin drives V to his apartment, follows him, and ends up getting stabbed in the chest, hence the name Asleep. The video ends with Jin smiling because he knows that his sacrifice saves his friends in the end.
Take me to the sky.
이 모래성에 넌 날 외웠어
I decided to place The Truth Untold, Tomorrowland remix, in this album because, first of all, it is a whole bop and it is a very good take on the song. And number 2, the lyrics of The Truth Untold perfectly reflect the concept of the album because it seeks to talk about BTS's inner struggles and how they are forced to hide their true selves under a mask in order to keep going.
Take me to the sky.
When I first saw the BTS Wings tour trailer and heard the interlude, Wings remix, I immediately loved it. In K-pop, usually most remixes don't fit the song or the concept of the comeback, but this one is actually really good, so I was expected them to add the official track as a part of the You Never Walk Alone album, but instead they changed the entire tone of the original interlude, Wings, which is okay because it fits the You Never Walk Alone concept. But, on the other hand, it really didn't fit the Wings concept. So, I was still mad that Big Hit didn't answer my wishes, but oh well. A Hokan dream. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment your opinions about these tracks below. And remember to stay snatched.